planting week, end of April. Now, a little note, do check where your planting zone is, because at the end of April for us here in the Pacific Northwest is when our last spring frost is. So this is planting week for us. But if you live somewhere else, it might be a little bit different. So just keep an eye out before you start putting seeds in the ground. Make sure you're in the frost clear, right? Okay. So planting week, we have a very simple week. Of course, something that I do like to do is after these kind of big festival weeks, I like to go back to simple in-breaths and out-breaths, right? So we just did all of these spring activities, all of these things. So then planting week is gonna be pretty simple. Familiar activities, familiar recipes, things you've done before, so that you can kind of turn your brain off, right? And give our mom brains a break, because we do so much to make holidays and festivals special for our kids. And then let's give ourselves a little rest after that, all right? So we're gonna start with our story, planting week. Rutabug is very excited to plant his seeds, of course. He's been waiting and he's so excited. But Morrison, of course, our blind mole, accidentally knocks over his seeds that were perfectly sorted. And then really it becomes this group effort of sorting seeds and, characterizing seeds by color, by shape, by size, and then they all get to plant the seeds in the garden. So they get to plant the whole garden with Rutabug's guidance, and then just a lovely sow your seeds into the ground song. So we have a lovely planting song, just one song this week. Our morning activity, we're gonna start with cinnamon clove Play-Doh. If you have some left over from whatever week, you can use that or make a fresh batch. Then our well, you can tell I've been talking for an hour. Our main lesson for our Living Arts Day is planting. So just get the kids actually in the garden, get them outside, plant. If you have your potatoes from Potato Week, this is what that is. If your potatoes are nice and sprouted, it's a perfect time to then plant that potato in the ground. So you can plant your potatoes, you can plant seeds, you can plant flowers, whatever you would like to plant in your garden. Try to get your kids outside planting if you have a community garden nearby, or whatever opportunities you might have. If you need to even just do more plant potting, you can do that too. But planting is our main lesson. And then our day 2 morning activity is seed sorting. So get a few different kinds of seeds, make sure they're visually distinct, and have your children sort them. Call out the different shapes and sizes and textures, and really get them noticing the different characteristics between each of the seeds, and begin to sort into little piles. It's a really great way for them to kind of visually look for patterns and look for similarities and differences. And sort. Then we're going to do our Wondergarten wheat bread recipe for baking day. Again, something that you probably have done before. If you're, of course, new to spring, I think this is the first time we have this in spring. I can't remember. No, maybe we have it in, I can't remember. So this might be your first time with this recipe, but if you've been here for a while, this is probably a very familiar recipe to you. So something familiar, just a simple bread recipe. Prepare your dough, have the children punch it down, knead the dough, make your bread together. Again, kind of just simple, familiar, and rhythmical. And then day 3, simple painting day. Crayons in the morning and painting for main lesson. That's it. Choose whatever colors you want. It's just kind of an open, we made this week very simple after the hustle and bustle of all those Easter weeks. So bread, sort some seeds, color, paint, that's it. And then the next week, of course, we'll be getting into May, which is another festival week. So it's a nice breather.